Hello Internet, it is me again, the head, Art Attack. So yeah, so we've got game 2 of the semi-final here of the Manchester StreetPass tournament. I'm 9-0 in this tournament so far. You know, I've been doing quite well actually, haven't I? I haven't lost a game so far. I won the last game. He's got a very standard team, very solid team, I guess, as well. But there's no surprises in it as well, so I'm feeling quite comfortable to play around it. Even though, you know, he has been competent enough of a player to get to the top 4 of this tournament, I still do feel quite comfortable. You know, looking at the team preview, actually, this is fairly interesting because he is bringing his Aegislash and Salamence, which he didn't bring last game, and I'm bringing my Aegislash and Talonflame, which I didn't bring last game. So we've both actually switched up a lot of things, and you know, he's got to win this game to stay in the tournament. I've got to win this game just to put myself in the final, basically. You know, it'd be nice to win the tournament, wouldn't it? So, you know, there's no pressure. We've got our invites to the grand final. This is on the big screen. You know, want to put on a show and everything for everyone to see. And so we lead completely differently to last game. You know, if I led with my Raichu and Azumarill, like I did last game, I would have been in a very good position. I could have just used Fake Out on his Garchomp and you know, he's got a belly drum off, basically. I mean, his Salamence isn't really going to do too much to either of my Pokemon, really. You know, definitely a free belly drum. But, you know, which did make me wonder why he led like this, because, you know, obviously I had my Azumarill. There was no real reason for me to change up my leads. But, you know, this is actually the slowest lead that I could have picked, really, my Aegislash and Amoonguss. So this is quite strange for my team, really. It's a lead that doesn't really offer too much momentum, but, you know, I still led it. I can't remember the exact reasons why, but, you know, it's something different, isn't it? Nice to see some different Pokemon out there. Nice to see Aegislash out there again. So, I don't go for the Wide Guard. Obviously, it's threatening with Earthquake. I don't go for the Wide Guard because I know I can survive one and get the weakness policy and potentially knock out one of his Pokemon. Now, I didn't protect my Amoonguss here because there was the chance that he could have double targeted my Aegislash, and if my Amoonguss protected that turn, that would have been a completely wasted turn. And so I did want, you know, at least to have the chance of putting one of these Pokemon to sleep, putting the Salamence to sleep probably, because I'm expecting that the Garchomp has got the Lumberry. But Amoonguss actually goes down, you know, straight away in this game. So already I'm one behind, and you know, not in the best of positions really. I get the Shadow Ball +2 now. I've got the weakness policy off onto this Garchomp, and it turns out that he's actually got the Focus Sash. So you know, again, quite you know, sticky maybe, but you know, I've got my Tyranitar in the back, and I'm feeling good still because I do have the Wide Guard support, and neither of these Pokemon can do anything to Tyranitar if I just keep Wide Guarding, presuming, you know, I am presuming, well, I don't know, I'm presuming that this Salamence is locked into it. You know, maybe it's Specs because I'm under the impression that his Gardevoir is actually Scarfed. But either way, I know again, like I did with my Aegislash last time, I know that my Tyranitar can take one Earthquake, and I know that his Salamence has got this Flamethrower. Obviously, he used it last turn, and that does threaten my Aegislash. So I basically protect. I use King Shield with the Aegislash to make sure that that does survive for another turn, and I basically take this Earthquake in return of, you know, I get my Dragon. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, I get my Dragon Dance up, you know, at the cost of the damage of this Earthquake. So, you know, I'm quite happy with that. It's a nice little trade-off for me. Basically, I can just Wide Guard and Rock Slide now, but there's no point in doing that really. I take my my Aegislash out and I use Rock Slide. Tyranitar does outspeed this Salamence, and it does knock it out. So either, well, we know that it's not Scarfed, so, you know, again, I'm suspecting the Gardevoir Scarfed, and you know, maybe it was Specs, But either way, I was thinking that if his Salamence did survive, I don't think I was expecting Salamence to get knocked out there. If it did survive, my Talonflame would have taken a flamethrower quite nicely, and he probably wouldn't have expected the Aegislash to switch out again, just because it was at +2. But I've just got my Aegislash in the back, which is quite slow, and it is, not really the best Pokemon to offer momentum with. And so, basically, in my mind, I've got these two Pokemon out to take me through the rest of the game. Now, I think these next turns come down to a few predictions, don't they? I protect my Tyranitar, expecting a fake out, maybe, and don't protect the Talonflame, because I don't want to protect the Talonflame in case he does use Substitute with his Aegislash, because that would be bad. That would be bad. So I want to taunt. My number one mission right now is to taunt this Aegislash, because Aegislash can be a real pain. So that is why I didn't protect with my Talonflame. But he does go into Blade Form. He is attacking. If he'd used Shadow Ball on my Talonflame there, that would have been, bad news. But he, he is threatened. This Tyranitar has got a Dragon Dance up. He has to start doing damage to this Tyranitar. So, he tries to go for a Flash Cannon. Fair enough play. Now, next turn, we can see that he's using King Shield here, which is nice, because he's probably expecting a crunch. Because his Kangaskhan showed Fake Out last turn, I know that there's a very good chance this Kangaskhan does not have Protect. They don't have, they don't tend to carry Fake Out and Protect on the same moveset. So I know that whatever this Aegislash does, whichever, if it does want to knock one of these Pokemon out, whatever it does, I can get a free target and a free knockout on this Kangaskhan now. So his Aegislash going for a King Shield is just perfect for me. When he saw that I was using Crunch, he got all excited because he thought that I was targeting his Aegislash. But no, I'm using Crunch, and I'm actually using Flare Blitz on this Kangaskhan as well, because he's not going to Sucker Punch, is he? He's not going to Sucker Punch. He could have, but I didn't think he would Sucker Punch. And basically, I wanted it to go in that order, because I'm thinking if I use Brave Bird first, that's going to do more damage. I'm going to take more recoil damage with the Sandstorm and everything, the Life Orb. There's a chance that if I did use Brave Bird that turn, my Talonflame might not have survived this turn. So although that looked like a nice cheap clean prediction there with the double target on the Kangaskhan instead of the Aegislash, there was a bit more, even more in that turn, because I did want to knock out the Kangaskhan, but I did want to make sure that Talonflame stayed around next turn to deal with this Aegislash as well, because, looking at that, I'm quite low. Tyranitar, I go for a Protect here, because I don't want him to go, I don't want him to go for any double King Shields. That is why I'm protecting. As long as I get the taunt off on this Aegislash, whatever he does, it really doesn't matter, because I can just knock him out. He can't King Shield if he's taunted, especially if he's in Blade form. There's absolutely no chance of him surviving anything. And so, it's just a case of, thinking about my moves, just playing it smartly, really. Make good moves, press the right buttons. It's an easy game, really, isn't it? So, so that's that. That's the semi-final, and that puts me 10-0 in this tournament so far. 10 wins, no losses, which is, it's a nice little record, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going into the final now. The final was also done on the big screen, so yeah, I obviously wanted to win this tournament. Got into the final. You can't get into the final and not want to win. So that was that. So I'm hoping that you've enjoyed watching this again, and keep your eyes peeled for the final, which will be on potentially tomorrow. I am thinking of doing some more showdown sessions at some point, so they'll get slotted in at some point. I'll either do some showdown sessions by myself, or I'll grab one of my friends to come and do one with me as well. Do a little switcheroo like I did before. So the final, it will be up at some point, either tomorrow from this from this video, or you know, at some point, you know, you will get to see it. So keep your eyes peeled, and you know, I'm hoping that you're enjoying watching all these videos, and you know, if you are, support would be nice. You know, obviously it's appreciated, but you know, if you're enjoying it, then that's the main thing. That's lovely, makes me feel nice and warm inside, nice and fuzzy. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye for now.